I have kitted up with me 4 waterproofs because this weather is not supposed to be letting up at all. In the rain, when it's blowing sideways and raining on your lens and in your face and everything. Both me and Steve has just said we don't mind grey skies as long as there's something in them. At the moment it's just gone white. It is horrible. Oh my goodness. Well, good morning. Yeah, that was a quick switch over from last night's nice beach scenery. I have spent a night of sheer, no, I'm not going to say terror. The van has been rocking, it's been shaking, the rain has been banging against the window all night and on the roof. It has been absolutely horrendous for hours and hours and hours. It started about, I don't know, 8-9 o'clock last night and it hasn't stopped, and the time is now, I've literally just started the engine at 9 this morning. It has been constant horrendous weather. So we've not got any photographs this morning. I'm going to head off. I've told Andrew, who's behind me, I said we're going to head off and go and see where we end up and what we do. So for the part 2 of this video, I've got no idea what we're going to do. We are meeting up with the others as well at the ferry, so I'm going to head towards the ferry terminal maybe and have a look. But yeah, this video, again, I keep it real, I keep it true. This is the honest to God truth of what I do and how I do it. I don't make my videos all fancy and erratic for the fun of it. No, I don't make my videos all fancy and posh and the best weather. This is what we've got. It is bloody horrible, and I need to try and get a photograph out of it somewhere. But it's nice. I had a beautiful location last night. This is a stunning location. So anyway, enough waffle. I'll see you wherever. Just quickly done a quick pit stop, pulled over to take a picture of Luscantire Beach from above, which is where we were a few moments ago. Yeah, it looks pretty cool from up here. This is the viewpoint, you can see it. And I've just taken one because I just wanted to see what it looks like as a photograph in these conditions. And it's, yeah, it's interesting, but wet. I've had to dry out now. So I've had a bit of a plan. What I've decided to do, I picked up the other 2. I've got them now with me behind. Steve, Mr. Hargate, who does have a channel of his own. Link will be in the description below. And we've also picked up Ian, I've never met before. He's come over to join us for the 4 days over here. I've got my plan fixed in my head now. We're heading towards Eilean Glas lighthouse, which is a really nice lighthouse. I've been there before. I'll try to link to the video where I went last time. It was a few years ago now, so I don't know what the pathway is going to be like. So we're going to put the wellies on, don't on the waterproofs, and we're going to get going. So that's my plan. See you on the walk, and hopefully we can actually get a shot out of it. But you know me, I'll invent the will if I have to. I will get a photograph one way or another. I bet. We are out the van, we're on foot. I have kitted up with me 4 waterproofs because this weather is not supposed to be letting up at all. Steve's back with us, good old Stevie Steve. He's got no waterproof, so he's going to get drenched, so we're having him in front of the heater on, flapping around, drying out. And we've also got Ian, who's never met us before. Hi. He's out and about, he's come on one of my mad excursions. So yeah, we're heading over to Eilean Glas lighthouse. I put my wellies on, so I'm expecting a bit of mud, but we'll see. We will see. So you will notice if you ever come over to Harris, Harris being the small part at the bottom, Lewis being the top part, and we always tend to start on Harris if you're coming over from the Urig direction. It's very barren, it's very rugged, it's very rocky and bouldery, and there's no places to build, and the infrastructure would be just phenomenal to be able to clear ways through and things like that. So it is a very rubbly place. Oh, we just see the lighthouse just popping up over the background there. So we've just got first sight of it. It's looking a bit wishy-washy, but I reckon it'll still make a good, interesting image. Very moody. Just be nice if you can get an image with them in. So we're getting a little bit closer now. We've come across the path. Path's been very well maintained, so that's not an issue. Now we've just got a gate to manoeuvre, and we should be on top of the lighthouse. So yeah, not a bad walk. It's about 2 miles, I would have thought, something like that. Yeah, it's all right. It's all right. Not too strenuous. Relatively flat, and yeah, well marked out. Well, easy to follow. Just saying about these little locks as well, these little lockings, little patches of water, bodies of water, look pretty cool. But how you can sort of put them into an image is never easy. So we might be able to fix something around later on, we'll see. But so here we go, camera is on a tripod and we've got a wet cover bag on the top. This is where the fun and games start. Trying to take pictures in the rain when it's blowing sideways and raining on your lens and in your face and everything. This is the awkward part from shooting in these conditions. So let's see what we can do, see if we can get a shot of this. I won't talk you through it because it's really hard to try and concentrate holding the bag, holding you, talking and everything else. So I'll get a shot of this lighthouse, put it up on the screen to give you a taster, and then we'll start to move our way around because I want some more intimate ones. I think I like the idea of getting up close and seeing if we can find something a bit more interesting. But yeah, she's a cracking little lighthouse on a little, sort of like a little spit of land that sticks out. So she's got a classic looking style of lighthouse. She sits right up on the top as well. So yeah, proper good. And I'm hoping there's going to be something nice and interesting to show you as well. There was 5 years ago, so let's just hope there is. Why do we do this to ourselves? Why do we do this to ourselves? I've moved up higher. I took the image and when I looked at it, after I looked at it, I didn't like it. So I've come up a bit higher and I think the rain's just laying off a second to give me a chance to be able to try and get another shot. So yeah, I've definitely come up higher because I wanted to bring the water level to a higher point because it was cutting through the top of the lighthouse, which I didn't really like. And it's also given me a little bit extra room as well. We've got some lovely greyness in the sky. We've got like these layered greys, which is quite nice. And at the moment, I'm just banging the lighthouse, slap bang in the middle, breaking all my normal rules of being on the thirds and stuff like that. So this is really slap bang in the middle. But the horizon line's tilted up towards the thirds a little bit more. So yeah, this is another one. We're going to line up our focus point on the back of the camera, get it focused, back button focusing, and I'm sure you can't hear me because the wind is horrendous. So yeah, back button focus, and then we're going to hit the shutter button. And we're going to bracket it just to be safe, to make sure we're keeping all in there. Get the camera, get the bag out of the way, and make sure we've got no water on the front of the lens. And we've got a little bit of water on there, a couple of little spots. So we'll just give it a wipe just to make sure. But f8, you can't normally see them on the crop sensor camera. But yeah, we'll just wipe it just to make sure. And we've also got a polarizer on just to make sure that water looks quite dark and deep and moody rather than really bright and highlighted. So holding the bag, just trying to use the bag as a shield more than anything. Ready, here we go again, 2-second timer. That nice bracket in to make sure everything's in, and then we'll just bring the bag back round the front. It just stops all that water getting on. I know these cameras are supposed to be okay, but hey, why get it soaking wet if you don't need to? I got a thing as well. Can anyone let me know if you're having issues with the top of your XT5? Is your on and off button that stiff and that sticky that you can't switch it on and off? You have to use your nail to pull it. If you are having an issue with your on and off button on your Fuji, just let me know please, because I'd like to let Fuji know that this is really quite an awkward thing to use, and I don't know why it's sticking, but I'm assuming I'm not the only one. So I like to look for things and see if I can find things that are a bit different, but look at all this grasses on the top here, all this stuff that's growing on this wall, and there's a lovely wall here as well, which I think's got a nice line to it that could lead you down. So I'm going to have a look here, see if I can get a shot with this, maybe shoot through this gap, which would be quite nice. So yeah, again, I'm going to try a few different shots, put them up on the screen for you. It's really difficult, like I said, to talk about them, so I'm going to take them and then I'll introduce you to the lighthouse when I get there. I think this might be okay. I think this might be good. Oh, we are trying, but both me and Steve has just said we don't mind grey skies as long as there's something in them. At the moment, it's just gone white. It is horrible. It is raining sideways. So I think it's time to retreat up to the lighthouse. Let's hide away and just, I don't know. I don't know what to do anymore. I have just taken this though. I do love this wall. I think the wall's really nice, and the little growth on it is fantastic. So hopefully that's slightly different. I do have to clone out the power lines. Luminar Neo, that's the way forward for that. Very easy. It's a one button touch, click on it, boof, power lines are gone. So I I watch a lot of the things, you know, you see on the news and stuff like that, and you see about plastic in the ocean and whatnot. Well, I'm going to spin the camera around now, and I'm going to walk along this top part of this beach. Now, this is probably a little catchment area from where you know, the water comes in and gets caught in this little area. But bearing in mind, I'm up in the Outer Hebrides, near the, I suppose it's the Atlantic Ocean. I want you to have just a look. I'm going to walk slowly and show you the amount of plastic that is on this beach. Little tiny small bottle tops, caps, light fittings. There's I've just seen something on here. Is it the starter motors for the fluorescent tubes? There's all sorts of little plastic things all over this beach. I'm shocked, to be honest, to see how much there is. No wonder we've got an issue with plastic in the ocean. Wow. But yeah, just take a few moments to just study as I walk across this beach how much stuff there is on this beach. I don't know if that showed up on the camera. I really don't know whether you could see it on the little tiny screen, whether it was picking it up, but I am shocked by how much debris and plastic there is washed up in that little tiny bay. Unbelievable, absolutely unbelievable. Okie dokie, so I'm going to have to put a link to my old video if you want to see what's inside these little buildings, because inside this one here, this is the one that's got the pool table in it and old arcade games and stuff like that. They're in the back of the room, in this room, where it's actually just been, looks like it's just been left when they actually, you know, the keeper moved out, but it's all chained up now. You can't actually get in there, which is not surprising. I suppose it's quite dangerous. There was power cables and stuff in there and glass and broken things, but there is one little door open that we can have a bit of a nose in. Nothing interesting. There's a, looks like a washing machine, tumble dryer or something in the window, but we've also got, this is the poop house. You can see down there we've got the little poop house or something that's in there. I don't know whether it is or not, whether it's just been a place for storage, but yeah, we'll have a little nose if we can. Just making my way up now the pathway going up towards the lighthouses, as you can see here, or the lighthouse. The work that was going on back, I don't know, like I say 5 years ago when I was here, the work that was going on, they've now turned this new part of the building, they've turned it into a cafe, which I think is absolutely fantastic, which means that's why the pathway is maintained, which is really quite cool. I've taken a shot of the lighthouse, just a very standard generic shot just behind this wall here, trying to get a little bit of the old sort of like the lighthouse cottages in this side. I do hope they sort of do all this up as well. It'd be really nice. And now I'm going to take you around the front and give you another show of the old foghorn and the big, I assume the tanks are for the air that used to build the air up. But yeah, there's a coffee table here now, as you can see. So that's obviously, it's nice. I like the idea that they're going to keep people coming and do it up. What we've got inside this window as well, there's all sorts of bits inside the window. So yeah, let's go and have a look at the front side of the lighthouse. We've got these big cylinders round here now behind us, and these great big cylinders. I'm assuming that's something to do with the air, because it's going into the foghorn house. You see, like, that's where the big foghorn is, and oh god, that thing must have been horrendously noisy when it went off and you were stood here, and this tube goes all the way into it. So I'm definitely guessing that this is some sort of build up, whether it's steam or compressed air, I don't actually know, but yeah, I bet that's an absolute bellower. But it's so windy around this corner. Let's just creep round, and the lighthouse has just appeared over my shoulder. You can have a look there, look at that, it's just appeared up above my head there. We're just going to climb up into these stairs and have a little nose inside, and this is the old foghorn part. Ooh, I'm inside one of the buildings now, and I think the foghorn's above us, or something's above us. I don't actually know how this contraption works or what it is. Oh, that's the turning thing, is it? Does that turn the foghorn into different directions maybe to warn people? But yeah, whoa. Woo! It's quite cool, isn't it, to get into these little buildings. Let's have a little look around here. Oh yeah, this is the railing. So this railing on the top here, this track here, this is going to be what turns this big, enormous girt. If this goes off now, I am actually going to poop my pants. But yeah, this turns this great big thing. So where we've just been in that building, that's a contraption that spins this round. So look at this. It's a proper, oh, it's at least 360, at least 180 degrees from that side all the way round. And you can see it's on these tracks here. Look at this, sitting on these tracks. and this thing above my head, this thing is enormous, absolutely enormous. I would not want to be anywhere near that when it goes off. I really wouldn't. So we've crept down onto the rocks a little bit now. Me and Steve, who's hiding over the top of my arm or something there. If I spin you around, you might see, there he is, see his head appear from behind the camera there. We've crept onto the rocks, and even Andrew come down for a bit of a play, but the reason we've come down, we've got the rain directly into our face, which is absolutely stupid. What sort of a photographer would stand directly into the rain and try and take a photograph? Stupid. I think, stupid ones. I think we've managed to do it. The sky is pure white, it's not very pretty at all. I might have a play with Luminar and see if I can put a sky in it and see how many people I can upset in my video. But yeah, it's an interesting shot because I've got the foghorn, I've got the foghorn little turret, and I've got the lighthouse. And if this rain just lays off for half a second, I might be able to get a shot. But the plan is to hit the 2-second timer while I've got my hand, my plastic bag over it. And as the 2-second timer is just about to go beep and lift, I'll lift it and take the shot. That way I'll get at least the less amount of spots on the screen as possible. So let's see what happens. I'll take a couple of shots, try and get rid of any spots, but at least we've had to go, at least we've got it. We've got a little bit of rockage, and then we've got the lighthouse and the foghorn, and that'll be it. I'm done for this. Started off yesterday, not a bad little place on the beach. Luscantire was giving us some nice pretty patterns, and then we ended up in this rough old abandoned lighthouse that's now electronically driven. All the lighthouses, I think, are electronically driven. They have batteries in them and they run off of battery power. I think most of them are LED as well, especially a lot of the ones in Scotland, from what I know. Not manned at all. But there is a cafeteria over there now, so if you do come out here between, I think, April and October, you can get yourself a cup of tea and a slice of cake, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to head off back to the van. I'm going to get myself a coffee, some sort of cake, maybe some biscuits, and maybe a packet of crisps, and anything else I can lay my hands on in my van, because I've got the right munchies on. I've totally had enough of the weather. I'm done with the rain. Today's been such hard work. It's kept me up all night. It's been pounding. It's got wet every time we open the door and the windows. But it's been fun, and it's been nice coming out with the guys. So please like and subscribe. I'm sure I deserve it. Let me know what you think in the comments from part A, part B. And till next time, ciao for now. Oh, thumbs up please. Let's have a thumbs up as well. Yeah, ciao for now, see you soon guys. And so let's see what we can find for next time. I don't know where, but I've got some plans. Ta-da. Oh, I've just got to tell you this much. We've just come up from the lighthouse and look at it over there. We are so in the wrong place. We've been down at the lighthouse with the horrible, miserable weather, and there's some fantastic weather going on over in the background. What is that all about? That's made my plans for the next one. We're going north.